Winning college basketball March Madness information, a free winning pick from Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com, your industry standard. We're going to give it to you straight up front. Then we got some exciting announcements before this report's out. We're going to take a look at the luck factor in the NBA, and we'll explain again what that basically is. But your free pick, go with horrible teams on the road is 205 games above 500. Horrible road teams when playing on the road. Essentially an undervalued team. Regression to the mean angle, somewhat overlapping with the theory above, but definitely not completely. It's 453 and 353 with 13 pushes along the way. When both apply, it produces 60.9% winners. The winning free pick is to go with Arkansas State plus the 20 to Louisiana Lafayette. Once again, Arkansas State. How about Joe Duffy's picks? 5-1 again last night. The only loser, a brutal backdoor, but whatever, folks. 287, 195 since August the 27th. Just dominating every single solitary sport. It started in the preseason, and we have not slowed down. And actually, we've been winning for you for 30 years. We're actually approaching the 30th year anniversary in just a couple months. Massive one-day sale, every single pick, every single sport through the national championship game in college basketball. That includes the opening weekend of Major League Baseball as well. It costs less than and is longer than the monthly pickback. 5 college basketball winners get you started. Our $1 Million March tonight at offshoreinsiders.com, the industry standard. And we have this report brought to you by MyBookie.ag. We'll tell you more about MyBookie.ag in just one moment. NBA luck factor, and again, the luck factor basically compares the key metrics to a team's straight-up record. The luckiest teams are not quite as good as their straight-up record, according to their other key indicator stats, while the unluckiest teams are better than their straight-up record. And from a handicapping standpoint, the luckiest teams are generally going to be overvalued, the unluckiest teams undervalued. So hence, the luckiest teams in the NBA, and thus, at least according to this statistic, a very good statistic, it is the most overvalued teams. Number 1, and this is in order. Boston is the luckiest. Followed by New Orleans, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Houston, and Indiana. So again, based on the luck factor, you would put a check mark against these teams, and these teams column same that go against those teams. Boston, New Orleans, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Houston, Indiana. Now, the unluckiest teams, or the most undervalued team, Dallas would be far and away the unluckiest team by a wide margin. Dallas, Memphis, Orlando, Charlotte, and Indiana. Again, the most undervalued teams according to the luck factor statistic, Dallas, Memphis, Orlando, Charlotte, and Atlanta. And by the way, by a wide margin, those Dallas Mavericks, in fact. Now, this is brought to you by MyBookie.ag, promo code Duffy. One of the biggest complaints, maybe even the single biggest complaint I've heard over the years about sports books is getting timely payouts. They're not getting paid on time. They're not getting paid on full. It is a headache. We'll put all those worries behind you. MyBookie.ag, one of a half dozen sports books we recommend at offshoreinsiders.com. You're never, ever going to have a problem with a withdrawal. And in fact, I know a lot of you like to come out of the woodwork, so to speak, as far as betting. You bet March Madness, and then you may not even bet again until football season. But for those of you who are just going to, you're going to looking for a sports book, specifically for March Madness, and then go into retirement after the national championship game, no problem. You're not going to have any problems making the deposit. Within moments of you making a deposit at MyBookie.ag, the money will show up in your account, and if you enter the promo code Duffy, you're going to get a 50% sign-up bonus. So again, the basic math. If you deposit $1,000, well, you can only deposit $100 if you want, but if you deposit $1,000, you'll have $1,500 to bet with tonight. That is literally free money. Free money, and especially if you're a client of Joe Duffy's picks, you take advantage of that monthly pick pack, you're going to make a big withdrawal after March Madness, after the national championship game, or maybe you'll be making a withdrawal weekly because you're with us year round. Whatever the case is, never a problem to make withdrawals. MyBookie.ag, promo code Duffy. Build up a great reputation, 30 years in the business. I'm sure as fudge, not going to throw that reputation down the toilet by sending you to a crappy sports book. And all 6 or 7 of the sports books I recommend on my site tried and true personal experience, customer feedback, and also via the some industry contacts where people in the industry tell me, even some people say, you know, avoid this sports book I work for. This is a great sports book. I know people that have worked for 3, 4, 5 different sports book outfits, and they will tell me which are the best. And there are a couple of very online, legitimate online watchdogs. We cross-reference with them, and mybookie.ag passed the test each and every time with flying colors. Show your support for the podcast, too. Use the promo code Duffy. They are a sponsor. And if you use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, that says you want more great free information like this.